Hello everyone, welcome back to Simright Fashion Academy YouTube channel once again for another interesting tutorial. So today's tutorial will be focusing on a 3-layered or 3-steps flay, okay, with base. So the 3-steps flay we are going to make right now is going to have a base, okay. So I'm going to use a miniature measurements, okay, a small scale measurement to demonstrate to you how you can sew your 3-steps flay effectively. So right here I have a plain pattern paper which I'm going to create my border line right away for my 3-steps flay. So I'm drafting the 3-steps flay front and back on this pattern on a miniature scale. So I'm ruling my border line. So this border line is going to serve as a waistline. So this is the waistline, and all measurements are going to take place from the waistline. So for the miniature measurements, I will be making it really very small. That is what I mean. So I'm actually going to make it very small. So I'm creating my border lines so I'll be able to draft my skirt inside it, okay. So what I have right here on the skirt is 14 inches, okay. So I'm assuming I'm drafting my skirts with in a miniature scale. So I'm dividing what I have 14 inches by 2. So once I divide it by 2, I would want to have the length of the miniature skirt, that is the small scale skirt, stop at 15 inches. So I'm closing up this box. So that would be the length of my small scale skirt. Of course, it's really very, very long, but I can go ahead to reduce it at the end of the day. So this is the waistline, and this is going to serve as my hem. So right here for the miniature skirt, I'm making use of the waistline of 5 inches. Okay, so the hip line, I'm sorry. So this is my hip measurements. Okay, so what I have here is my hip, and this is the side of this skirt. I'll be using this as the center front of my skirt, and what I have here will be the center back of my skirt. So for the center front of my skirt now, I'm going to impute what I have on the waist measurement. So I'll be assuming the waist measurement for this skirt is 5.5, and from the 5.5, then I'll first of all connect to the hip. So I'll connect what I have from there to the hip. Remember, this is a miniature small scale measurement skirt. So from the center back, I'll also take the waist measurement of 5.5, and then I will connect to the hip as well. Alright, so that is going to serve as the waistline for this miniature skirt, okay. So I maintain this line to the hem. I'm not covering in anything. I'm even going to add more allowance, okay. So the allowances I'm going to add to it, I'll slash and spread this pattern so I'll be able to have an A-line measurement for this particular skirt. So what I'm drafting here is the base. I call this the hem of this skirt for front and back. So I'm drafting the base of the skirt right away. So I'll be cutting what I have on this pattern. So I'm going to slash and spread from the midline of my hem, okay. So I'll take the midpoint of my what I have on the waist, and I'm going to draw my slash line to the end of the skirt. Okay, so I'll also go over to the front pattern, I'll also slash my line. I'll draw my slash line, finding the midpoint, and draw my slash line. So if you are making this skirt for yourself, the length of this gown is your own desired length. Okay, so whatever thing you desire to make. So I'm going to reduce what I have right here. Okay, I don't really need the 3 flat skirts too much, so I'm going to reduce it to the length of 12 inches. Okay, so the new hemline is going to be at 12 inches. That is the new hemline. So I'm going to cut out this skirt now. Then I'm going to slash and spread. I'm slashing and spreading on these lines that I wrote slash and spread now. I'm going to slash on these lines to create my A line. Okay, so you'll be able to move freely with the flare skirt, because this is going to be the base of the flare skirt. So being the base of the 3 steps flare skirt, I don't really need it to be too long. Okay, the length can be increased right on the flare. Okay, well, I'm going to increase the length on the flare. The base is supposed to be short. That is why I came up shorter than what we had on the length. So I'm going to cut this right now. All right, so now I'm about to cut what I have on the pattern. So I'm cutting through the waistline of my skirt. Okay, so what I'm actually cutting right here is the center back. Okay, so I've cut out the center back of the skirt. This is the center back of my skirt, and this is the back pattern of this skirt. Okay, so I set it aside, and I'm going to cut what I have on the front pattern of my skirt. I'm cutting on the waistline, and I'm cutting on the center front. All right, so we are done with the cutting now. So this is the front pattern. This is the center back of the skirt, and it's going to be placed on fold. Okay, but this one we are going to cut 2 times of it, because that is the back pattern. So at this moment, this is what I expect you to have for your skirt before we slash and spread. So in slashing and spreading, if you look at this skirt, I have no dart to it. Okay, because I'm actually making it a simple base skirt, which is going to carry the flare. So you can see that. So if I'm slashing and spreading right now, I'm going to slash and spread only this, keeping the center back on a straight line. Okay, to accommodate my dart. So I come in with my plain pattern paper, and I want to slash and spread. So to slash and spread, your edge has to align with the edge of your center back. So you can see what I did right here. So I'm going to apply my adhesive on my pattern and make sure I align what I have right here on the edge. I believe you are seeing what I'm doing here. Now I'm slashing this line. So I'm not actually going to slash too much. I'm going to slash at 4 inches, okay? Because we also have a flare base to that. So 4 inches will be very much okay for you to walk around, okay? To move around freely with the skirt. So I'm going to connect these lines right now to this line. And that forms my A line, okay? It forms my beautiful A line skirt for me. So another thing you can do for A lines is this. you can just come out from here. After you have slash and spread that part, you can come out from here by 1 inch and align your ruler from that point, or you can just align your ruler whatever inch it gave you, okay, provided it's aligning on this to form your A line. Okay, so you come in with your ruler, with your pattern ruler, and come up at that point. So from here to here, you can come up by 1 inch to eliminate sharp edge. So you know this is a miniature scale, so I'll be using 0.75 for that. So I'm connecting back what I have right here to eliminate sharp edges on my A-line skirts. So now I'm going to cut what I have on my slash and spread pattern right away. So you can see how I cut this part, okay? You don't need to go too deep. Then I'll come over to the line where I eliminated the sharp points. And this is what your slash and spread back skirt looks like. So what we have right here, I'm going to cut 2 times of it. I'll set it aside, okay? And then we'll be coming over to the front pattern. Oh, I'm sorry about that. This is the front pattern we actually slash and spread, okay? So this is the front pattern. So we are okay with it. We are not cutting 2 times of it. Sorry about that. I thought we are working on the back pattern. So this is the center front, CF, okay? Front pattern unfold, CF. So the part we are cutting 2 times is the CB, the CB. So I'll repeat the same thing I just did right there. So it's actually the same thing, okay? So I will advise, since the both are together, you can just use this pattern to cut both front and back. The both are the same, okay? I mean, the patterns are the same. They are created in the same way. So if I slash and spread and add my 4 inches and add this, it's going to give me the same result. So let me set B aside. I'll be using this to cut both front and back pattern, okay? So I'll be cutting my front and back pattern now.